when you have 15 judicial officers that have the spotlight now on them, 15 committees to look into this case, generally, do you think there will be some level of a shake-up sort of in the judiciary now? Senator?
No. They are public officers, just like we have civil servants. They work for the government. They are public officers under the Constitution.
You think the statement of the CGN, for example, that says, look, anyone found wanting will be thrown out. Do you think like that can sound...
No, just like in any organization, the judiciary, the legislature, the executive, anybody that is working for the government, once there is an infraction on the rules, then you go through the punishment. It is not unusual at all.
Perhaps
every public officer, yes.
Perhaps I can come in here. I don't think if you scroll back in time, I would doubt if there is any Chief Justice of the Federation that has not made such announcements across all of them. It's a usual warning, and indeed, that warning is very strong. It shouldn't be swept under the carpet, because I can tell you that beyond the fact that we are against the composition of the NJC, it's a problem for us in the advocacy field. However, we are still in the know that such issues, when they are brought before NJC ordinarily, without more, that they are tackled. So it's a usual statement by Chief Justices, previous Chief Justices. They have to make that statement. They have to warn that you must not be found wanting in your office.
I mean, a lot of people, there's some school of thought who say that says that perhaps the kind of raid that we saw on the homes of some judges recently may have prompted the judiciary itself to sit up, because we perhaps have not seen in the history of Nigeria judiciary where houses and residents of judges were raided. Do you think, Senator, that could have been a pointer to what the judiciary itself is saying?
I don't think so. There are so many petitions almost on a daily basis.
No, I mean the raid on judges.
That was extra, adventure. You did not raise their residents before you can extract any form of information from them. But that one also depicted that the DSS acted unusually. That was not necessary as far as I'm concerned.
Mr. Ikeji, for what we are seeing, are we in a very, I mean, look at what has happened now. Do you think that what the NJC is doing now, the CGN and the leadership of the judiciary now, is cosmetic, or we are in for a very, very stringent time in the judiciary?
I don't think we should compartmentalize the situation into either cosmetic or very, very serious. If you say it's cosmetic, you are debasing the argument. You're putting questions to the integrity of the NJC. And if you say it is unusual, you are making it appear that the previous Chief Justices have not been doing their jobs. So I think we should better use the word usual. It's a usual thing. And just to address the question you asked about raiding of the NJC, of the judges' homes, if anything, I think it must have strengthened the resolve of the judiciary to stand up to the executive against intimidation. And I think that any judge who fails to stand up to the executive against intimidation is not worth his or her calling as a judge. But that doesn't mean that where there are issues of corruption, that the judge or judges should not stamp their foot hard on the ground and insist on the punishment of whoever is found culpable. And they are doing it, a whole lot of them.
Let's switch gears now into the conversation. We are still in the independence celebration mood. The reason is that in Nigeria, a lot of Nigerians are at home. It's a bank holiday and a public holiday declared by the federal government to celebrate the independence of Nigeria. 57 years ago, 1960, on the 1st of October, Nigeria got independence from its colonial masters, the British. But today, how far have we come? And so my guest today will be talking about the way forward in the coming, perhaps, years that we may have ahead of us. Senator, this 57 years, would you say it's been a success? Will it be? What is your assessment generally on this 57 years?
Well, it's been a learning process where we went through storms as a nation. All nations go through storms. And our own is not really in favor of the citizenry. we must readdress the issue so that we can rectify a few of the, deficiencies in the system. There are too many deficiencies, and our HDI, Human Development Indices, does not favor us at all. Illiteracy level, poverty level, GDP level, HIV, infant mortality, all of them are against us. So as a nation, we must address this issue specifically. It is not unusual for you to have storms, but how do you react to it? But if you don't do so, I will just allow 14.5 million children out of school. It is not good for our nation for this thing to happen. Our educational system is going down. Private schools are overtaking public schools. Why? Government should address this. They shouldn't just believe that it is normal. It is not normal at all. There is no middle class again. No houses for them, no jobs for people, but it is solvable. Just like it has been done in any other country. Right. In India, in China, they were in this sort of situation before, but they didn't sit back to believe that there is nothing. And I have some solutions that are quick wins.
All right.
That once it is done, we may move forward a little.
All right. We might just come there in a moment. Let me allow Mr. KG to come in now. Just in about 30 seconds, and we go on a short break. Our 57 years of journey. Do you think it's solid or it's just...
It's absolutely a wigwash. It's a journey into the wilderness. Journey in the wilderness. Nigeria has not been moving forward in real point of fact. You see, we need a situation of realization and accepting the fact that there's a systemic problem in Nigeria. Even if you are an angel and you come to be the president of Nigeria, the problems that are persisting in Nigeria will still persist. Right. So we need a systemic change. And to achieve that systemic change, there are a whole lot of dynamics.